Welcome to this week's Word of Hope from the Scriptures. I'm Roxanne Eilers, and I'm here on the beautiful campus of Vanguard University. And you know, this is where I earned my Bachelor of Arts and my Master's in Theological Studies. And so I hold a special place in my heart for Vanguard University. And you know what? Christmas time is here. Christmas time is here again, and I love this time of year. I love all the hustle and bustle, believe it or not. I love the baking and the shopping and the gift giving and the getting together with families. And you know, but Christmas can be kind of hectic. So I believe that we need to find a place, a quiet place, where we can recharge ourselves. And today I'm going to be talking about that place. The title is Busyness or Blessing. And I would like to say that in Luke chapter 10, we have a story of two sisters, Martha and Mary, and they live in the town of Bethany. Well, when Jesus comes through Bethany, he usually stops and sees these two sisters. And so Jesus is coming to Bethany, and Mary and Martha are so excited. So Martha gets in the kitchen and gets preparations going, and Mary probably goes and invites some of their friends so that they can hear Jesus speak when he comes, because Jesus loves to teach. And usually, as custom was, they would meet in a courtyard. They would meet in Martha's courtyard of her house because it was larger and it could house more people. So Jesus came with his disciples, and just picture him going into that courtyard and beginning to teach with all the people around and his disciples. Well, where's Mary? Martha's in the kitchen, but Mary is sitting at Jesus' feet. And Mary is sitting there, and she's taking in everything Jesus is saying, and her heart is drawing near to Jesus. Now notice she's not sitting beside Jesus, because Jesus is sitting in the honored place. She's sitting at the feet of Jesus, which shows us two things. One, she's in the position of humility, and two, she is sitting in a disciple position where she is learning from the Master. And this was radical in the days of Jesus, because women were not encouraged at all to learn from the rabbis. Their place was at home, taking care of the children and cooking and cleaning. So as you can see, Mary was radical, and Jesus was radical for not rebuking her. He encouraged her to spend that time at his feet. Well, Martha's in the kitchen, and she's getting pretty upset because she's doing everything by herself, and she has a lot to prepare. And it's my guess that when Jesus would come into town, it was Mary's habit to go and sit at Jesus' feet and get out of the kitchen and leave the work to Martha. So this has gotten to Martha, and she's had enough. So she comes out to see Jesus, and she might have interrupted his teaching. And she says, "Lord, don't you care that I have all this work to do by myself? She's not even helping me. Mary's just sitting there. Tell her to come and help me." Well, Jesus answers in a very awesome way. And he says, "Martha, Martha," very gently, "you are troubled and worried about so many things." He said, "But only one thing is needful. And Mary has chosen that special part that shall not be taken from her." Now, I believe Jesus was saying to Martha that there's always going to be hustle and bustle. There's always going to be things to do, preparations to make, people to see, places to go. But we can't forget that special time that energizes us, that gives us strength and renews our spirit. That time with God, that time at Jesus' feet, learning and taking in what he has to say, and just fellowshipping with him. And Mary had chosen that part that Jesus said she will be blessed in what she does. And so this lesson that Jesus is teaching was not just for back then, Mary, Martha, and those who heard. It's for us today, because especially at this time of season, we can really get caught up in the hustle and bustle of things and the busyness of life. And it's important that we take that time out with God and that we take time to soak in His presence. And I can guarantee you that if you do, you will come away refreshed, blessed, and able to go out and do all those things that you need to do. So remember, this Christmas, surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.